Hi everyone, I'm Jess Townsend. As you may or may not know, I'm part of the HAL Challenge for January 2019. And can I just say, it's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure to be a part of this journey. Before I started, I had no idea just how much I would learn from this fantastic program. Thank you so much to the coaches and to all the support from the group. Yeah, it's just been mind-blowing. And because I do have some memory issues, I thought that I would just write down every day something that I've learnt from the challenge, no matter how big or small. And yeah, it's 3 pages. So I'll try not to bore you. I'll try and convey clearly what I would like to say. Yeah, but I thought the best way to remember everything I've learned, because I do have a tendency to forget, is to write everything down. So hopefully this video is informative and interesting. Feel free to share it on the group as inspiration for other people. Maybe they'll learn something that I've learned along the way from listening. So yeah, I definitely agree with the whole thing about, being positive and sharing what you learn so that others can learn as well. Yeah, it's just been a fantastic journey. So I've been on the Herbalife journey for, I think, about 6 months. I started in about July 2018. And yeah, up till this challenge, it's kind of remained pretty stagnant. Like I've learned a little bit, but I think because I hadn't written it down, I hadn't realized just the power of writing things down and how much that helps me to actually remember and learn. So I'm learning a lot about my journey as well, and even about the memory issue, to be honest. So anyway, I thought I'd just read along this log. Hopefully it's interesting for you, and I apologize if I am looking down a lot, but yeah, it's hard to read and look at the camera for so long. So anyway, I'll just get into it. Okay, so this challenge has been excellent for me on my wellness and fitness transformation journey. Not only have I dramatically improved my mindset, but I'm well on my way to changing my health and wellness inside and out, which is phenomenal, and also, of course, my body, but also the way that I talk to people and all that. So it's been really cool. I absolutely love seeing the inspiring and uplifting videos, quotes and stories, as well as the encouraging and motivational stories and photos shared in the group. There's been quite a lot of food for thought for me throughout this challenge on a day-to-day basis. And again, I'm so grateful for the support of the coaches and the members of this wonderful group. Thank you so much. So I've kind of gone day by day. So week 1, day 1. Okay, Bryony is my coach. So she taught me that consistency is the key when it comes to meal times and snacking. And this is honestly, it's so easy, but it's something that I just didn't know. So I learned that I need to be having at least 3 litres of water minimum, but preferably 6 litres for my body weight. Now I had kind of been taught this early on, but it didn't really sink in just how much that is a change to do and how hard it is to do that daily until this challenge, because I hadn't really been trying my best to reach those goals. So at the moment I'm having about probably 2 to 3 on a good day, but since it's been hot, I've been trying to have more. But for me, it really is a struggle for some reason. I don't like swallowing, I don't know why. So it's been hard, but I'm getting there. Okay, I learned from the HAL challenge that it will take about 21 days to make or break a habit. So some of these habits I think I'm slowly getting there. Some of them I know they'll take a lot more time than I've been investing in. So I know it's a day-to-day thing, and that's something I've really been, learning about pretty much daily on this. Like some things it's easy to say what you want to do, but to actually put it in place, it's been a bit harder than I initially thought. But it's been really fun, and I'm learning a lot on this journey. So it's been really good. So that was day 1, and then the welcome call, of course, was day 1 as well. So in the first call, I learnt that fat and muscle are different sizes. This completely blew my mind. I had no idea. So when you lose fat and gain muscle, you can weigh the same, but you can lose centimetres. So I learnt that you need to add healthy fats to veggie intake to enhance the absorption. I learnt that amino acids help with the whole process and that they are found in animal proteins. So day 2, I learnt how to use the Google Calendar to create a weight loss schedule so that I can, put like breakfast, fitness, weigh-in, and all the things I have to do to be on this journey, or choose to do, I should say, not have to do. I was scheduling in to make time for exercise, and I've embraced my love of dance fitness this year. Unfortunately, my dance fitness class got cancelled. I'm a bit bummed about that. But when finances allow, I'm hoping to try aqua aerobics. I think that would be really cool. And Bryony said that it's going to be low impact, so that should be really good for me. And as I'm talking to my friends about this, I'm finding out different places to go, the costs involved, and the differences between each kind of aqua aerobics program. So it should be really interesting. I'm really excited about the drum one. That should be really fun. Yeah, so yeah, and I've also made a YouTube playlist of all the different workouts and songs that kind of work. So I'm trying to remember the ones that we did in the dance fitness class. If you don't know, it's Move, Dance, Shake. It was at the Burton Community Centre. It was such a load of fun. So I'm trying to remember that, and then also from the group, I'm finding other places to get the YouTubes and that sort of thing. Yeah, I learnt that I do best with small meal preparations. So if I plan ahead, I do eat better rather than just going to the fridge and just eating whatever's in there. Or, you know, I used to always go out and just have takeaway if I'm traveling between my work and home, or if I had a hard day with Liam, I would just comfort eat and that sort of thing. Liam's my son, if you didn't know. Yeah, and I've also learnt that it's better to have proteins to be fuller for longer on a, you know, on that sort of thing. So a lot of people in the group were saying that, you know, they were just having empty snacks, like just carbs and that sort of thing. And I'm also learning about, you know, refined foods versus whole foods and all that sort of thing as well. So, and also not to shop on a full stomach. That's been really important. I used to go down every single aisle of the shops. Now I try and go, you know, the vegetable aisle and then the meat aisle, and then just whatever I need in between. And it's vital that I take a list and stick to that list, not only for my budget, but for my weight loss journey. So that's something I think you should do. Day 3, so I lost 2 kilos. I was so stoked. I learned that lettuce tastes amazing if you drizzle sweet potato and pumpkin over it, and if you eat it as a base for the food like bread. And this is something I've been doing throughout the entire challenge. Occasionally I'll use a cracker. I learned that Ryvita crackers are really nice. And there's a sun-dried tomato and basil one as well. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really good. Yeah, so I put my sups close to the dinner table so I didn't forget, and I realised that I wasn't taking enough of my sups. So I thought it was like 3 times a week, but it's actually 3 times a day. So, whoops, but now I know. All right, day 4. I tried my first HelloFresh meal pack after a very generous friend gave me a voucher. Yeah, so I basically got 4 meals for 4 people, and it was a real eye-opener. You know, I got to try so many different foods that I never would have tried before. You know, I chopped my first garlic cloves, I tried lime, I retried zucchini, just all of that sort of fun stuff. I didn't realize the difference between some of these processed foods, and if you chop them up and make them yourself from raw, it's been amazing. So thank you to that friend. Yeah, and it's also really inspired me to look outside my box, for, you know, new veggies to try, new recipes, new foods to try, and just how the fabulous new flavors can fuse together. So that's been really fun. Yeah, and we actually took some of those recipes camping with us when we went camping for Christmas. We went up to Robe. It was so good, and, you know, beat the heat. We couldn't beat that. It was fantastic. And yeah, it was such a stress-free, easy kind of day. And a tip for you guys is you can go on HelloFresh and you can actually look at their meal plans, and I think you can like sort of download them for free without actually having to pay. So that's really cool. Anyway, day 5. I went to see my brother today, and it's so inspiring to see that he has lost about 30 kilos. He's so much happier and his skin is clearer. I was amazed at the difference in his arms. Like, you can see it's really shrunk down, and his skin has become better. And it's only been a few months. Like, he's only been doing this for about 2 months, and he's just been, you know, eating right and exercising and keeping a strict thing of what he's doing. So it's been really good. He doesn't eat bread or rice anymore. He's reduced his portion sizes and has developed a love of broccoli and grilled chicken. And it just really shows that, you know, that nutrition is the 80%. My brother also told me the ratio of calories in a Hungry Jack's meal versus healthy fruits and vegetables. He said it was like 2 or 3 days worth of meals versus one like kids meal or something. And that was amazing. He was like, dude, you know, you can eat like 10 apples for like 1 burger and Coke and fries. And I was like, whoa, seriously? Like, definitely I'm going to go for the apples now. That's crazy. Day 6. So I bought my first garlic and I chopped it up fresh. This is part of the HelloFresh I was telling you about. It was amazing, and yeah, the sensational taste, you just can't beat that. So now I just buy, you know, the garlic cloves. Now I'm comfortable chopping them up. I know what to do. Before I was just like, what the heck is garlic? I've got no clue, you know. Anyway, so day 7. I found a block of chocolate for my birthday, and I'm training myself just to have 1 square and then leave it. So, you know, just every couple of days, I'll just have 1 square, and, you know, it's like that big. And then that's it. That'll satisfy my craving. Before I would be like, oh, well, it's here. I'll just eat it, whatever. I'll have half a block. And then I just couldn't control myself. But now I know, like, basically I've learned that, you know, if you have the taste in your mouth, having another 5 squares, it's not going to change the taste. It's just going to add more fat and whatever, so I don't do that anymore. Yeah, so it's been working. Bryony reminded me of other ways to include protein because I'd forgotten about nuts, and I didn't know that lentils and hummus actually contained a lot of protein. So that's been really fun. I'll be honest, I haven't tried the hummus yet, but I've definitely tried the lentils, and yeah, they're really, really great in curries and casseroles. So that's been really great too. So day 8, I tried sugar-free jam and I mixed it with natural yogurt, like Greek yogurt, and it's actually really good. Yeah, I realized from the video call from day 9 that there are cheaper ways to buy bulk veggies, and now I aim to shop at the farmer's market on a Friday or Saturday, and I often get fresher food that way with bulk discounts. So that's been good. I also learned from the video call about what to use for salad dressings. I've been addicted to sauces and coleslaw dressing lately. I mean, it's had a negative impact on my eating. So now I learned that you can use orange juice and balsamic dressing. So now I know like what to look for and what's a good healthy alternative. So that's been really good. The video call also taught me that aloe should be had in the morning. So I didn't know that before. I just sort of had it every other day when I remembered. But now trying to actually put that in my daily routine, that's been really good. And I don't feel so guilty when it just goes off and you get those little crispy weird bits floating around when you don't refrigerate it. So now I know what to do. And also Caitlin told me, or showed us in a video, that if you shake the Herbalife formula, that it goes all like nice and fluffy and stuff. So thanks, Caitlin. Oh, and also the video call told me that the morning is the best time to exercise as well. So I didn't really know that before. And then I learned somewhere else that you can do like 10 push-ups every hour or something to just keep your metabolism going. And somebody also said cayenne pepper is really good to have in the morning, but I haven't tried that yet either. Yeah, I learned that you can use water and eucalyptus to clean a fridge, who knew, or the floor, as well as, yeah, and to make that you can make pumpkin soup using Greek yogurt. So I never would have thought of that before. Day 10, I cooked brown rice for the first time rather than white rice, and it's actually, like, it was okay. It took a long time to cook and it was hard for me to tell when it was ready, but it didn't taste that bad. It was actually a lot more fluffy, I found, than white rice, and it was delicious. Day 11, so my husband showed me that the middle hole of the spaghetti scoop shows the proper allocation of a serving per person, which I'd never ever thought of before. It just showed me how much I've been overdoing it. I was probably having like 5 people's worth of spaghetti each meal. Yeah, so I piled up my plate on the meat and veg now instead, and it was fantastic. Day 12, I learned how to make my own honey glaze for a healthier version of honey chicken rather than using the sugary store-bought and expensive packet mix. I also used zucchini in this recipe, and it wasn't terrible because I used to hate zucchini, and now it's pretty good. Day 13, I was encouraged by my mother-in-law to not only read the labels on my own snacks and foods, but to read the label on my son's snacks as well. So this is something I don't know why I'd never thought of it. I just, I was all about, oh, the weight loss journey's for me, it's not for anyone else, it's just my journey. But now I'm like, I can help other people, I'm responsible for my son. Of course I'm gonna now read what's in his snacks as well. And I realized at Aldi, for the same price, the Mamia little serving snacks, if you get the lamb and polenta and vegetables one, is way healthier in every category than the sweet potato and carrot pumpkin one. So yeah, I'll be looking at that from now on as well. So that's been cool. Day 14, I learned that pork is very, very good for you actually. So I didn't really know this before. And that you can get pork sizzle steaks. I also learned a way to make healthier protein quiches. It beats paying through the nose at the shops. I was sort of looking back at this vlog on day 14 as well and seeing if it had helped me learn anything, what I've been learning. So yeah, I realized that starting a daily log of what I'm eating taught me a lot about my eating habits as well. And opened my eyes to what I had been eating previously. And it's not a wonder anymore why I was gaining so much weight. If you look at all the things I've changed. Prior to this challenge, I had very inconsistent meal times and portions, and I wasn't really taking as much notice as I should about what's going into my foods and where are they coming from, or looking at healthier alternatives that I can do. And then we're on to week 3. Day 15. I'm noticing the change in my son now, who tries to copy me when I work out. It is so cute. Sometimes it's frustrating, so I'm trying to find ways to incorporate routine when he's not around me because it's too hard. But yeah, I'm working it out, and he's happy to eat what I'm having, which is a huge win because he never used to like lettuce or tomato or anything. And now if he sees me eating salad, he's like, "Can I have some tomato, mummy?" And he's learning about what all the different vegetables are called and where the food groups come from. It's been really, really fantastic. And I've been telling him about, this is a healthy food, this is a bad food. And, this will make you big and strong. This will make you big and fat. So he's learning about all of those now, and I think that's fantastic to learn so young. He's only 4, so it's really, really good. Yeah, and I also learned from the wall, I think Bryony posted that she made zucchini noodles, and I was like, whoa, you can make noodles from zucchini? That's amazing. So I'm definitely going to try that soon as well. Yeah, so on day 15, we also celebrated Liam's 4th birthday, and yeah, I was pretty happy with my eating choices. I mean, yeah, I ate some bad foods, it's a party, but I also made sure that I was conscious of what I was serving and where it was coming from, and I made a lot more foods from scratch, so it was a lot healthier. So yeah, overall, I'm more happy with what I ate, and instead of just going for the bad foods on the dip tray, like the dip and the crackers, I was going more for the cucumber and the carrot and avoiding the cheese as much as I could. I did have a little bit though, but oh well. I did learn from a previous challenge that you could only have like a thumb or something of cheese, or no, it was your pinky. The top of your pinky is how much cheese you can have daily. So that was like, whoa, did not know that. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, comparing that to previous gatherings, I'm definitely having a lot more healthy choices at parties and stuff now, or just saying no, learning to say no, that's a huge thing as well. So day 16, my switch to soy and almond milk has been great, and I'm being honest when I say I don't miss sugar in my tea anymore. I mean, I used to have like 2.5 teaspoons of sugar. Now, occasionally I'll have half a teaspoon, sometimes one if I'm being on a bad day. But yeah, generally, like I can have tea without sugar now and I won't be going crazy. So that's been really good. Yeah, I also learned what burpees are. I had no clue. Someone was like, oh, this week's challenge is burpees. It's when you like go on the floor, do this weird like plank push-up thing, and then you get up. So I haven't tried it yet. I don't think I can yet, but at least I know what it is now. I'm also understanding more about type 2 diabetes and what it is and what causes it and the effects that it can have, because a lot of people in my family have type 2 diabetes and I'm insulin resistant. So I've also been taking my metformin more, or diaformin, more lately, because before I was just like, I don't really like it, I don't think it's changing anything. And I also learned that you can actually lose weight on diaformin, and now I'm finally at the point where I'm not pooing constantly when I have it, so yay. Sorry if that was TMI, but it's true. Yeah, so that's been good. Day 17, I started making slushies out of my shakes. It's the best thing that I did this week. I learnt how to make a healthy egg salad using light mayo, or a healthier version, you can do like vinegar or balsamic vinegar, some lemon juice or orange juice, pepper, avocado, and instead of bread, I was using like a lettuce leaf. So that's been fantastic. From seeing what others are eating on the Facebook wall, I'm learning better portion controls. For instance, how many crackers to have for a meal. So I used to just make like 2 little sandwiches, like salmon and lettuce, out of these little crackers, and I thought I was doing a really, really good job. I was having 4 crackers, but then I saw in the group other people for lunch or dinner were having 2 crackers. So now I'm like, okay, I just won't put a lid on, and I'll just have the 2 without the lid, so that works. Or 1 and then have a meal or like a snack later. So I'm also learning about, snacking is really important, making sure the snacks are protein heavy. Yeah, so yeah, I was making slushies out of my shakes and all that, so that's been good. Yeah, day 18. So I've been absolutely loving the consistent schedule that I've made for myself. So I'm really trying to be conscious of what I'm eating, doing meal planning, calendarizing what I'm doing and all that as well, so I can be more accountable. Yeah, I learned recently what 2 kilos of fat looks like from the Herbalife wall as well. So yeah, it's much bigger than I thought. It was like basically bigger than the model's belly, which is crazy. I always thought 2 kilos of fat, it's going to be like, I don't know, that. But then, yeah, I had already forgotten about the whole thing that fat is bigger than muscle. So, yeah, it's amazing. Anyway, yeah, I ate raw broccoli and mushrooms for the first time, and it was okay. Yay, that was good. I'm definitely stronger in my legs and arms now than I was. I used to just sort of laze in the pool, or I would just sort of stand there while I did the dishes. Now I'm trying to dance when I do the dishes, or do steps, put the radio on, get some energy and pep in my step. And when I'm in the pool, I'm trying to do stretching and just doing like the water resistance exercises now that I'm more comfortable, and knowing what exercises I should be doing, what's going to help with what part of my body, and also, what exercises am I physically capable of, because you don't know until you try. So I'm learning all of that as well on this journey. It's been really, really good. So generally, overall, I'm just so grateful for everything that this challenge has taught me, and I've learned so much more in this challenge than any other challenge. Even though it's online, it's not face to face, you know, I'm still learning so much just from all the other walls and watching what the other people are eating. It's been so informative, and I can't thank you guys enough. Yeah, and I'm also learning to love myself. So before this challenge, you know, I didn't really know how much it would impact on other people if I didn't take care of myself. Not only with my eating and my fitness, but also just with my mindset, you know, like now I'm taking the self-care Sundays seriously. You know, I'm doing like face mask, or, you know, just using body wash. I just use like boring normal soap. That's just little changes, you know, like I put nail polish on. I'm trying to update that every 2 weeks. I just, you know, make sure I'm doing something for myself at least once a week. I'm trying to work on the work-life balance as well. I realized that I was just working too much and I didn't get to spend enough time with my son and my husband, and our relationships are a bit, you know, strained. So this year is really going to be all about trying to, you know, work on that balance, not only for myself, but for everyone around me, and just being more positive, and hopefully, you know, I'll gain some solid friendship. So yeah, it's really, really just been an amazing challenge, and just a complete overhaul transformation of my whole life pretty much. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, not only to the Herbalife team, but for the support of the entire community. Like, it's been fantastic. And I've met so many new amazing people. Hopefully we'll turn into friends. Like, it's just amazing. So yeah, from now on, I'm going to be kinder to myself. And as long as I'm taking steps in the right direction, I'm learning it's okay to go backwards once in a while. You know, like, we're only human. As long as it's only occasionally and not all the way backwards, you know. So if that happens, I'll just pick myself up and I'll just get back on the right track the next day. It's okay. So to wrap this up, thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope that you've learned at least one thing from everything that I've learned over the last 3 weeks, and I can't wait for the rest of my journey. Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.